All right, we learned all about the artist Wayne Thiebaud, and we are going to be making a nice big cupcake inspired by Wayne Thiebaud's dessert paintings. So to help us, we have these really large tracers for our cupcakes so that we can make them really, really big. We don't want tiny cupcakes, so we're going to use the tracer to help us. So all we're going to do is with our pencil, we're going to go around and kind of trace this shape. And then we have our cupcake on our paper. Now, cupcake frosting doesn't really look like this. This is just the size that I want. What I can do is I can come back in and I can do a bumpy line. And there's a swirl on top, and I can make my bumpy line touch my outside line. So that's gonna look more like frosting. I'll leave this line and I'll do something with it later. Then I need to make a line to separate the paper of the cupcake from the frosting of the cupcake. So I will use a zigzag line. See how I'm using my knowledge of the art element of line to help me draw? So bumpy line, zigzag line. Now it's starting to look like a cupcake. Now my job is to add the details. So I can make straight lines to make the paper of my cupcake. And we've also talked a little bit about patterns. Patterns are lines or shapes that repeat. So I can add some patterns inside the paper of my cupcake. This adds more interest to my artwork. So I think I'll do a polka dot pattern and a wavy line pattern, and I'll just repeat those for my paper. You can choose whatever patterns you want. Your patterns do not have to match mine. You guys are the artists. You decide what it looks like. This is just what I'm going to do for mine. Then let's say, I think I want to add some detail in my frosting. I'm going to put some curved lines to make it look like my frosting is swirling around. Yum, yum, yum. I could add anything to my cupcake that I would like. I could add sprinkles using diamond shapes to help me do that. You could also use circles or squares. That makes sprinkles look good. I could add, I could use a circle to add a cherry on top. You guys get to decide. You're gonna have a paper at your table that has a lot of different toppings and examples that you could use for your artwork. All right, now that I'm done, now I want to trace over all of my pencil lines with a black Sharpie. All right, now I've traced it with my black Sharpie. Now I've got these leftover pencil lines, like the outline of my cupcake frosting. So now I'm gonna take my eraser and I will hold my paper down with my left hand, and in my right hand, I'm just gonna come through and erase my extra pencil lines. If it's not perfect, it's okay. We will be painting these next week, and it will cover up any of the extra pencil lines that are left behind. When I erase, I have to hold the paper down with my hand and firmly press, otherwise my paper will crumple while I'm trying to erase. So hold it down nice and firm. Erase all those leftover lines. And the last thing we're going to do to our cupcake today is we're going to cut it out.